Hey, what's up, YouTube? Different little topic today. I was online making comments on the racism that's going on today in this country. There's racism against everybody, against blacks, against Asians, against Latinos. I mean, goddamn, it's out of control. Anyways, I made one little simple comment. And of course, another black man tells me that I'm not black enough, I'm not this, I'm not that. Actually, this discussion was about the hood. And I mentioned that most of my life I lived in black hoods. I lived in Harlem, I lived in Syracuse, I lived in mostly black neighborhoods all my life. Brother, all he had to say to me was, you ain't got no hood in you. You ain't from the hood. You ain't got hood in you. Which I'm kind of like, what? It's like, what the fuck does that mean? So because I live in the hood, I have to act like a hood. I have to be ghetto to live in the ghetto. See, that's the problem with brothers like you. I'm not gonna name him. He knows exactly who I'm talking about. He watches my videos, so he knows who I'm talking about. He's talking about black people don't spend money here, support black business, this, blah, 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 which I agree. Yes, black people should support black business in the hood. But I told him, let's be real. How many actual black businesses are there in the hood? I mean, go to Harlem. Back in the day, there was a lot of black businesses in the hood in Harlem. They all disappeared. They're all Arabics, Latinos, and Asians, and people from other countries. Even when I lived in Syracuse, same thing. In the black hood, all the businesses were Latinos, Asians, and Arabics. It was very rare to find a black-owned business in the hood. So how do you suppose black people support black business in the hood? So I went back and forth with this dude for a while, and he just doesn't get it. He's telling people where to spend their money. Yes, I agree. Yes, if I was a black business owner, I'd love for all black people to come to my store and spend all their money. That would be wonderful for me, you know? But the fact is, they don't do it. They just don't. And I don't think they really ever have. You know, I go to get Chinese food. What do I see in those stores? Black people all day. And I'm being straight up honest. I have never seen a white person in an Asian restaurant in the neighborhoods that I lived in. It's all black people. When these black women go get their hair and nails done, 90% of the time, they don't go to black businesses. They go to the Koreans. They get their nails, the pedicures, and the nails done at Koreans. When they go buy hair and beauty products, where do they go? They go to the Chinese or the Arabic-owned beauty shops. Why? Because a lot of black people don't own these places. Because the fact is, when black people get real money, they leave the hood. That's the first thing they'll talk about. I love the hood. I love this, blah, blah, blah. Soon as you get some loot, you out. You're like the Jeffersons, moving on up. Leave the hood. That's just fact. And I tell people this, and they get mad at me, and they got the nerve to like kind of say I have racial intentions. I'm mixed race, man. I lived on both sides, and I still do live on both sides. Right now, I live in the suburbs. I left the hood. To be honest, the hood that I just left is getting worse and worse every goddamn day. It's a horror show over there. So I don't blame a lot of people, black people and people of color, when they get some money, they leave. Because it's dangerous. It's really, I mean, let's be honest. In a lot of cases, especially now with everything that's going on, it's so dangerous to have a business in bad neighborhoods. People are leaving. A lot of stores are closing down and leaving the hood. But the Chinese and the Latinos and all of them, they swoop in and they open their own businesses in those hoods. And what kills me about this is that the same people that scream spend more money in black businesses, most of them are full of shit because they're in those Chinese restaurants, they're in those Spanish bodegas and supermarkets, they're in those Korean places spending their money all day. I bet you it's very rare that they go into a black business and spend money. 90% of the time, they're giving money away to non-black businesses. And I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying, don't get online, bro, and scream about support black business, and you yourself don't support black business. That's some hypocrite shit. You know, I can tell. I can tell when people are full of shit, even by the way they text, even by messages that they send. It's like, come on, man. I mean, it depends where you live. If you live in a hood and most of the businesses are black, of course you're going to support black business. But you're going to leave your hood to go to another store, you know, in another neighborhood that it's a black store? No, you're not. You're not going to take that walk. You're going to go to the closest store near you, and it's usually a bodega, Spanish people, or a Chinese place, or Arabic-owned place. So it's pretty hard to support black businesses in the hood when there are not a lot of black businesses left in the hood. Because like I said, as soon as they get a little money, pew, they're gone. And I'm 55. I lived in the hood long enough to know and understand why they leave. Because the fact is, the hood ain't safe no more. The hood went from bad to better, and now it's going back to bad again. And that's what's going down in the hoods right now. No matter what city you live in. You know? No matter what city you live in. So, you know, I'm specifically addressing this to this dude who's been going back and forth with me. And then the only thing he could say at the end is, oh, you're not hood enough. I know, I'm not. Just because I live in the ghetto don't mean I have to act like a knucklehead. He thinks that's the way it has to be. That's the main problem with the hood. Everybody wants to be fucking tough. Everybody wants to act hood and let people, I'm from Harlem, I'm from this, I'm from the west side, I'm from the, it's fucking stupid. Dude is probably my age talking that stupid shit online. Practice what you preach, man. Stop telling people what they are, where they come from. You know nothing about anybody. I don't know nothing about you, but from what you're writing, you're a very easy book to read, even though I'm not looking at you. This is Eddie Berrios from the Bronx. Peace.